Welcome back to second semester. Today, we're going to explore a term you may have been hearing about recently. Neurodiversity has become a huge topic of conversation in schools, the workplace, and in communities across the country. Today, we're going to dip our toes into neurodiversity and learn a little more about what it means. First of all, what is neurodiversity? Neurodiversity reflects the fundamental biological fact that there are limitless varieties of the human brain. A neurodivergent person's neurotype diverges from that of the majority of society in one way or another. Different kinds of neurodivergence include ADHD, autism, dyslexia, OCD, Tourette's, and more. As you can see, there are infinite varieties of neurodivergence, and, as with neurotypical people, every person is different. One person with ADHD can be wildly different from another person who is autistic, and further still, two autistic people can be completely different too. Within this expansive range, individuals contribute unique qualities, perspectives, talents, and strengths, while also experiencing various levels of challenge living in a neurotypical world. Embracing neurodiversity involves recognizing and celebrating the inherent value of each individual, irrespective of their neurological profile. Some of the most creative and successful people throughout history and in our society today are considered neurodivergent. Vincent van Gogh, Charles Darwin, Thomas Jefferson, Hans Christian Andersen, artist Michelangelo, poet Emily Dickinson, and even actors Dan Aykroyd and Sir Anthony Hopkins are considered neurodivergent thinkers. People with neurodiversity often possess unique strengths that contribute to their success in business, science, and the arts. People with ADHD tend to have very high energy. They are divergent, creative thinkers. They can be hyper-focused on a topic, are resilient, and often are great conversationalists. Those with ADHD tend to be risk takers, so do well in business and as entrepreneurs. People with dyslexia tend to be big picture people. They see the whole system. They are abstract thinkers and think outside the box. Often those with dyslexia do well in creative pursuits like art, design, and theater. People with autism think visually and spatially in pictures and patterns. Because they don't think verbally, people with autism sometimes have trouble articulating their thoughts in language. People with autism often have a unique perspective. They contribute to ideas. They often do well in mathematics and statistics. When thinking about how neurodiverse people think differently than neurotypical people, some like to refer to it as a difference in processing, like a computer program. You might be running on Apple, while I'm running on Microsoft, for example. It follows, then, that things can get difficult for neurodivergent children when the world is built for people that run on Apple, but not on Microsoft. It's critical to understand that neurodivergence and the student are not separable. Theoretically, if you take the autism from the child, for example, you take away the child's entire being. This is the foundation to work from when it comes to working with neurodivergence in a school setting. And the key, it's clear, is working with the students and their needs, not around their neurodivergence. While we know that neurodivergent students possess their own unique strengths, we also know they often require additional supports from teachers, counselors, administrators, and support staff in our schools to excel academically and socially. In Olathe, we have committed to supporting neurodiversity through our strategic plan. Our diversity and engagement goal states that we will actively include and value all students, and we will meet their unique needs by providing equitable opportunities. We will develop their understanding and respective differences and prepare all our students to live in an inclusive community. So how in Olathe can we help to make sure all students, regardless of their neurodiversity, feel seen and valued? You're already doing many of those things in your classroom, but understanding of neurodiversity is always evolving. At our April District Professional Learning Day, we'll be delving into neurodiversity a little deeper. We'll learn more about brain research, as well as some specific strategies you can use in Tier 1 instruction, which will support not only your neurodiverse learners, but your neurotypical learners as well. In the meantime, continue using the strategies you know help students with their executive functioning skills. Things like using checklists, reward systems, timers, and planners to help with organizing, prioritizing, and initiating tasks. And continue promoting a strong and accepting classroom climate to assist all students with social support to be happy and successful in school. As you consider what you've heard today, some undoubtedly a review, and perhaps some that is new, we want to know, what do you need to know about neurodiversity to help support the success of all students in your class? Thank you for taking time today to learn a little bit more about neurodiversity. By creating inclusive and supportive environments that consider individual needs, we recognize and value the unique qualities and strengths of all our students.